Greetings. Greetings from Mystic Moon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today, we're going to take a trip. We're going to take a trip and just circle North America. So, relax, take a deep breath, clear your mind, relax your heartbeat, and let's get into our esoteric formats and get on that psychic spaceship, buckle up, put on our intuitive caps, and go into the ectoplasma that's all around us. Contact your spirits. Let's connect. All right. Now this is more or less, this reading right now is an update. Found out some more information, which is highly interesting and highly critical. This is what we know so far. Every day things change about these drones. Now we do know that we're involved with the psyops. No information, we can't do anything, and blah, 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 blah. Now we also know this is like, a lot of it is just BS to see how we react. But however, some developments, like it's made to seem as though these drones just appeared in the last couple of weeks. No, they haven't. I myself have seen them for, I guess, since 2020. And I've only seen one type, the ones that look like Greyhound buses, the size of that, or large SUVs. And they cloak and they go dark, they go light, they're quiet, and they send off their little miniature drones to look in your windows. And I've seen that. Lived with it for like 3 years, plus 4 years, 4.5 years. All right, so now, and they're around military sites. The Picatinny Arsenal, was around there, and also around West Point, Stewart, and places like that. That's in New York. All right. Now, however, there's been sightings. If you go take a look, anyone can take a look, that they've been reported in Arizona as well as far back as last year and 6 or 7 years from before. Now, the whole thing you've been told, especially in New Jersey, that you have like sheriffs using their own drones or industrial 40-mile-an-hour drones and saying, oh, we can't catch these drones because they're 60 miles an hour. Well, here comes a new element in it. They're not 60 miles an hour, some of these. And this has been going on for about 8 years. And you can go look in the annals of the newspapers in the West, Arizona, the bases out there. And you can find out that they've been reporting on these drones for as far back as 2016. Got it? And this is the catcher. Like they say right now, super fantastic drones only go like 60 miles an hour, right? I don't know what that is in kilometers or whatever you call those things. You know what I mean. But let's just stick to the system in the United States, 60 miles an hour. Well, now, actually, those drones were clocked in before all this happened at 500 plus miles per hour. That's why they jerk around like zigzag, and they do this. And I mean, they go faster than, some of them can go faster than our human eyes can see. So does that sound like Russia? Does that sound like U.S.? No, certain ones are U.S., certain ones are, and they're color coded. I'm sure you can see. This looks like the one I saw before. We're dealing with a technology that has not been revealed, and our own government can't keep up with it. So, are we really, we're going to say now, with these new facts, especially the 500 plus, because some of these things go from 500 miles per hour to 750 miles per hour. They call it Mach 0.1, Mach 1, Mach 0.755, things like that. Not to get bogged down in the shamanics of the whole thing. And also, too, one important thing, they have the ability to repel light, which means they disappear. When you wish to, they're anti-radar. You can't pick them up on a radar. They've been eluding that for years. They have no heat signal. And I mean, the speed, no heat signal, and they can cloak, and they repel light. So how's that? How does that? So how are you? So they're all over the place. So I think that we have something more on our hands. So let's just do a reading and see. let's see. These unseen drones is what they're looking for. And how are they finding them? Your guess is as good as mine, but let's ask the spirits just what? Just to get some more idea. Like, this is far from over. And let's not get hysterical or anything like that, but it's just understanding and education is a way of preparing ourselves for whatever, everything and anything, as opposed to saying, some government officials saying, oh, it's all legitimate, nothing to worry about, nothing to see here, because there is something to see here. And we will trust our visions. We will trust what we see with our human eyes. We will trust. We will trust what we see and hear and share, because they don't want to scare us. How you doing? Hi. Yeah, so instead of being frightened little apes, let's get out there and let's go out there and let's contact our spirit world, and maybe some intelligence out there will tell us something. Now, let's first of all ask, is this does seem to be alien technology. So it's United States scrambling to find a solution. And the whole thing is that these high-powered 500-mile-an-hour, 700-mile-an-hour, non-heat signaling, cloaking drones are going around to all our nuclear sites, our naval sites. Now, does this seem like they want to stop us from using nuclear weapons? Or they're very cautious, something's going on? I'm pulling out a few cards, so let's see. Let's get a reading. I'm going to take these, and we're going to see. What can we get any message from Spirit? Because we're not getting anything else. We're not getting anything else. So let's just see. They're all over the place. There's about 5,000 of them running around. There's a war of the worlds going on in our backyards, up in the clouds, up in the sky, up above us. So the first thing we have is the Queen of Swords. So that could be that U.S. is prepared. Prepared for what? They're prepared to go tracking and talk the talk. In other words, there's a lot of false stories going around. But the fact of the matter is they have these drones that are going at an outrageous, inconceivable amount of speed. Inconceivable. 500 miles an hour. 700 miles an hour drones. Now, and they're saying, oh, this is not the hobbyist ones. This is not the drones. Now we have the empire. Is this the empire of the emperor, rather? Is this the emperor of this particular part of the galaxy? Huh? Do we have to start thinking this? Maybe sci-fi isn't sci-fi. Maybe it was just preparation for the ultimate. Maybe it's just like a mind extending exercise to watch sci-fi, to read sci-fi. Okay, so we have the emperor. We have this could be how our current system, we do know that they have a lot of tech that we haven't seen yet, but do they have the technology to have drones out there that are going 700 miles an hour? Do they? Rationally, I don't know, are they prepared to show that? Maybe that's why we gave Ukraine all our broken down equipment and bullets and stuff, because we're out of that phase, just phase out, like a Salvation Army sale or something like that. And here we have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. Meaning this is a struggle. I wouldn't even consider this as being the last hoorah, until we get to the goalpost. I wouldn't consider this yet, because we're up against things that we have not controlled. And how can we control something that goes that fast and that kind of sophistication? We're back here in if there was a caveman, it's us. Our equipment, as opposed to something that could go 700 miles an hour, that does go 500 miles an hour, we're woefully back there like dinosaurs, but small ones. Small dinosaurs with big mouths. And here we have the 10 of Swords. 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords. It looks like we're F-U-C-K. E-D. It looks like it, doesn't that? So we have a strong entity being aggressive towards us, and we're being lip service. We're giving lip service to keep our population quiet because maybe we could have everybody cutting out of New Jersey because, like, hey, I'm out of here. I guess you can't fight when you do things even aerial with drones. And we have the Knight of Wands. Could it be possible that we are like getting the message to people from just collectively, like we feel something is wrong? This is like, okay, enough, come out with it, and enough pandering. It looks like that they should make an announcement. They beyond being, oh, these are airplanes and these are like helicopters and these are hobbyists. Now, what kind of hobby? You can make something that's going to get you 500 miles an hour when you play it. Direct me to that store. Please direct me to that store because that does not seem even remotely fairy tale. Not even remotely. Even anime can't come up with that good. Something that good. So we do have here the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. That means the propaganda machine is out and full. And the fact that we're also, being as receptive as we can. And we have the Emperor, which means we're really up against something far more superior, far more entrenching than we are led to believe. The fact that there's, like they say, New Jersey, a radio, a train cart full of, or a shipment, a cargo shipment thing. What do you call those things? Cargo, one of those radio. Well, anyway, you get what I mean. The words escape me right now. I'm just saying we have a container, right? A container that's missing the nuclear radioactive materials. All right. Okay. Now you would think that if it was put on a train or ship, they'd have boots on the ground. Maybe they do have boots on the ground, but we would hear about boots on the ground and knock knock, especially in warehouse areas such as Elizabeth, New Jersey, which is nothing but more than a big port. And the fact that it's all over the place, how far can that container of radioactive stuff go that fast? If it was trackable by feet, by plane, by car, by 18-wheeler. However, why do we have all this aerial invisibility? Why do we have these fast, insanely fast, 500, 700 miles per hour, which is Mach 0.775, 0.075. Why would we have that? Why would we have that going on? If it was trackable and it would have been done already, over, case shut. This is something that's going on, and we're going to have a message. It seems like it could be this coming week, which is also the mark of several holidays. Now, there's going to be a purpose behind all of this, some kind of ritual that maybe they're trying to keep this in some, because right now we're going through so many rituals, there's so many different groups, 1,000-year-old this, 1,000-year-old that. It's rather confusing. But this particular introduction of the length of time, first of all, is a ruse. It's been going on for a while. Have they upped the ante? Maybe they've upped the ante because the Moscow, Washington, Tel Aviv, Beijing, etc., have opened to using, etc., nuclear weapons. And perhaps we go back again to like upsetting the galactic nation, the universal nation of using nuclear weapons. They're searching. One thing is sure, they're looking for nuclear weapons. That's why they're going off to all the bases, because each base that they've highlighted has nuclear weapons in it. So what do? Move away from those nuclear weapons because there's going to be an example made. Obviously, something like that. Look at this: the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, the message, and we have the Queen of Swords and the Emperor. Some kind of decision is being made. Some kind of like unpleasant decision. Not popular. not popular at all, has been made. So the main thing we can do is just go by your instincts, go by your guts. Because the situation is changing. The fact that we said it was just between the government, yes, the government's involved, obviously. And they're so paranoid that they don't want to share it with us, the knowledge of what's really happening. But when you have drones of that kind of capability, machinery of aerial UAPs, of that kind of sophistication, way beyond us at this point, even the fact that they keep the best stuff 50 years ahead of us where we are now, is it in abundance? How we can fight against this? Can we fight against this? And is there time for it, or is it just pre-planned? Those are the questions we have to ask. But there is something more happening here, and it's not human tech. It's not U.S. tech. It's not U.S. tech. It's not U.S. tech. And of course, they say us, don't go to college, be stupid, and think about your below the belt activities. Because that's what he's essentially they're saying. Watch TV, eat this, eat that, and sing jingle bells. In the meantime, this is going on. Well, I'm going to keep this brief, and right now, that's the latest update. So keep in mind that these things are happening, and look up, and watch, look up and feel it, and see what's happening to yourself. All right, thank you very much. I'm not going to do any dives into this because it's perfectly something's up, and it is the level that it involves is way beyond what we can solve anytime soon. Thank you very much, and I'm going to sign out. Oh, and if you were subscribers, thank you for tuning in. And if you have any comments, any intel, please share. And for non-subscribers, thank you very much for listening. If you have any comments, intel, thumbs up. If you find this, 700 mile an hour, 500 mile an hour invisible, non-heat exposing, cloaking devices that are flying above our heads, you find that alarming, or you find that okay, let's think about it. Let's offer some ideas. So, any comments, please put them. Speak to you later. Bye-bye. Mystic Moons is out.